We're live. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna get started. We were here last night as well. For anybody who tuned in last night, 24 hours ago, we talked about some things on gold last night. Some things that played out as well. Went over some important stuff last night. If you guys plugged in, if you took notes, if you paid attention, there's some good things to learn from with what the market did. There were some setups, there were some things I talked about, throughout last night's stream with 3,300 level on gold. That was the main thing I was talking about last night, 3,300 level. That was a level the market was testing, and we talked about how it could break and retest it or even go down for bullish setups last night. Was anybody here last night? We were live 24 hours ago. Let me know if you were here last night in the chat real quick. Last night, this time, these hours, we talked about this, ran it down for a bit. Like, there was some good stuff I talked about to pay attention to. And that 3,300 level, we eventually seen the markets stayed above there. It's remained above 3,300, and that was some of the thinking of last night's analysis. You know, last night's analysis was, you know, that's when I was explaining things to you guys last night, you know, that's part of the reason of thinking behind it, you know. Okay, even in Discord, if you're in my Discord, I even wrote after I got off, you know, how gold is testing that key psychological level of 3,300. Right now, price looks like it's trying to break and hold above this zone. This was last night after we got off. Again, it's the thinking behind this. What I'm writing here is the things I'm thinking. If bullish momentum holds, we could see continuation possibly after a retest of 3,300 area. So it's using price. This is, you know, when this is how you're trading price action. You're understanding maybe where the momentum of the market is. Different ways of thinking. We went over a lot last night on different things the market could do. Right? Even this morning on the New York session, got on a little late. Even what I talked about this morning on the stream this morning, we were live and I was talking about this pullback starting. If you're on the stream with me this morning, I was saying we're getting like a 5-minute pullback right now. This could turn into a 15-minute pullback. You know, I kept talking about that 3305 level. That's what I kept saying on the stream. If you'll actually hear me say like 33.5, like throughout the stream, I watched some of it because it was pretty on point.
So yeah, you do have like a shift out here.
I recorded a video for the inner circle as well on this trade.
Keep an eye on that previous structure. It looks like it's making its way back to 3305 potentially.
There it is, 3305.
Look for a reaction potentially around 3305. That could maybe set the next leg up or hold bullish momentum. 3305 or lower, I would say around that area. If it comes to retest 3305, you could maybe get a reaction there, is what it's looking like.
You know, come on, like, come on. It was on point. This was on point. Like, this is a good setup. And I made a video for Inner Circle on this. I don't know if it's up yet. Is it up? Maybe. Let me see. Did it get uploaded? I even made a video for Inner Circle on this, and I was saying every setup you got to treat the same. I don't know if the video is up yet. Might be. If not, probably by tomorrow. But this was just like any other setup. You know, there's a setup there. Let's see if it reacts. Let's see if the market plays out. You got to treat every setup the same, because if you go into a trade setup, you could have a perfect trade setup, one that you're looking at like, this is an amazing trade setup. I'm 100% confident on it. I got all my confirmations, like I'm buying, I'm selling, whatever. And then you might go to a trade setup that's clear, like it's there, and you are unsure, you're hesitant, you're maybe procrastinating, right? Maybe you lack confidence. And it could be a perfect setup, right? You could have a perfect setup in front of you and still lose. But you could have a perfect setup in front of you and still be hesitant about it, right? And be like unsure, like, oh, I don't know, right? So you got to kind of go in with every setup of what's there. If something's there, if something's recognizable, if you're able to spot something in the moment, try to take advantage of, try to wait and maybe see if the market can give you what you see. I mean, this is a good setup this morning. Came down to 3305, went a little bit below it. And yeah, I kept saying on the session, like this thing could even do like a bigger pullback on the 5-minute, right? It could come down lower. It could form types of patterns. It was everything I said happened. Everything I said happened. So there's so much things I said, but the basis of it was simple. We don't have to look at this like it's rocket science in a way of like so many different confirmations. It's clear what's there. It's like so many people are asking me, what was your confirmation? What was and it's the chart analysis behind it. It's the structure of everything. I got messages like, bro, like what was your confirmation for entry? Like what caused you to enter? The setup that's there, right? There's a setup there, right? That's what's causing me to enter. Not, okay, I got to look for 1, 2, 3 lining up in the exact moment. No, I see a setup. I'm going to pounce on it, right? I got a few DMs from this asking, like, what was your exact confirmation, like, to enter this? And I'm like, the hour, almost 2 hours that I spent analyzing the setup, that was it. Like, there was a setup that I was analyzing, right? If you go watch the session, there's more than enough things I said about this setup, right? And it all started right here, drawing this little zone, this little rectangular zone, and talking about the market structure, right? I was saying, look at the market structure. We have a low, we have a low, we have a new high that was created, a higher high. So there's not like an A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, step 1, step 2, step 3 for every setup. Some things just have criteria mixed in with them that you have to understand, right? And that's why I teach a lot of different things and concepts inside my inner circle about time of the day, patterns, price action, behavior, characteristics, right? Like being able to recognize things that are simple, like market structure, right? Time of the day, the time this is happening at, right? Low, lower low, up into a high, lower, higher low, higher high, nice little break and retest, right? If you can't see it clearly, then you need to study more, I would say. If you're one of the people that hit me up, like, what was the like, and you're confused about why I was looking for a trade this morning, trust me, you need to study more, because this is a pretty clear setup, I would say. I would say it's a pretty clear setup this morning. So I would study more, because what I'm drawing here, for anyone who's been trading maybe a couple of years, should be able to see this, right? Anyone who has the basics down, you understand zones, key areas, you spend some time on the chart and understand how markets can flow, this type of stuff should be clear, right? There's not so much levels to get into it of, okay, there's this, it's just like, this is what, like, that's the setup, right? There's not like level 10 that we have to get to of, okay, there's this, we got the, there's, what's there was there, right? And it's really that simple. It's not like we have to, over evaluate every setup. Like, we can remember simple stuff like this that's clear in the moments. That's why you want to take every trade for what it is. You spot something, you got to take it. If you're scared to take it, if you hesitate, you're going to miss what's there. And that trade, like I said, you could have a perfect A1, A plus setup. Oh, you could have like a perfect A plus setup, something you're super confident on, right? And it could still lose. And then you might have something that you're like hesitant on, and it could win, and it could be a perfect trade, and you're like, damn, that was a perfect trade, right? Gold is bullish. I even said, crazy, go on last night's session, word for word. I said, if it breaks and holds above 3,300, it'll probably go up for the rest of the week. And we can look for it to stay above 3,300 in last night's session. This morning, I was talking about the mere fact that it's still above 3,300 technically, right? This morning, I was talking about, we're still above 3,300. So that may remain, right? In a sense of like, price has moved, it's still above 3,300. It could still remain above 3,300. That's what we talked about last night. And I brought that to your attention this morning. So I hope you guys paid attention this morning. Because, yeah, the setup, I mean, I could try to break it down more and, throw other stuff on, but the structure of it was clear. If you can't see that, you need to study market structure more. It should be clear. I would think this is pretty clear for most people when you're looking at it. If it's not, maybe you're a new trader at the super basic level, and that's fine. All right. But making money in the market is not about being a wizard or a perfectionist in everything. Like, if there's something in the moment, smaller, bigger moves, money can be made. If you get a sense of direction and you form a bias, you're able to look at the chart and you're able to say, okay, if the market comes here, I see a good reason to enter, right? Forming a bias. We were here this morning. We were right here. We're right over here. Right over here. And I drew, you go on a part of that session, I drew a zone here. And I said, this could possibly pull back. You guys heard the little clip there where I played for a little bit where I was saying, like, this looks like it's on its way to 33.05. Wait for pullbacks. That's that zone right there, right? Anticipating a pullback to 33.05, right? Now, for the moment, like, this could have been a good trade. This could have been a good swing. I'll show you what I was able to do with the account this week so far. The $750 account, for those of you guys that are following that little challenge. I posted a blog about it as well. Check out the new video that I posted on YouTube. Real raw footage. Little day in the life yesterday. Day 1 of the account flip. So far, it's pretty good. I'll show you where it's at right now. We'll see what we can take this 750 to this month. Maybe I'm going to chill for the rest of the week. I said that last night. Now it's like we're going into Thursday. I posted a video 7 hours ago. Check it out if you haven't. New video today. There's going to be a couple more like that coming this week. Right now, I'll show you what the account's at. 7 hours posted a video, but it's doing good. It's doing good. It's doing good. Bitcoin's going up, fam. Let's go. Bitcoin might go to 120K quicker than we think. The move from 110 to 120K might come quick. I'm in for it. Let's remember that. Let's remember that. Let's remember what I just said. Because a lot of funny things. I might sound funny when I say them, but yeah. But the account 750 from the things I teach, and every setup I've taken on this account, I've gone over. So 750, now $2,700 profit. So like tripled the account, more than that, in a couple of days. So, you know, double, triple your account in 48 to 72 hours. Couple setups. Every setup that, like the main ones that grew this account, I took a couple scalps a little bit ago. But the main ones was from this morning, last night, and then the other night. I talked about 3 setups on YouTube live. And I've broken them all down for Inner Circle. Every trade that I took to grow this account from $750 to $2,700 profit, I have talked about on these streams the last couple of days. One was this morning. So one of them was this morning. I held that. And that's what got this account up pretty good, actually. Because I was at like $2,000 profit because of that trade. Made like $700. And well, made like $580. And then I took a little entry and made a bit more. But that trade this morning was one. Last night's setup. So this morning, I was recording a video when I took this too. When I was entering it, I was recording a video. Shortly after I got off the stream today, like, you know, this thing started playing out, like coming down there. So you don't need a lot of money to make. You can see for the week on this account, I started with $750 deposit on Monday night. Or, well, early Monday trading. Now it's Wednesday night, so I started on May 20th. $750, $2,700 profit for the week so far. You don't need, I mean, once you have the skill set, the right experience, maybe the right rules, the right experience, I would say too. The skill set, the right knowledge, information, strategy, planning. Right, it's all about strategy and planning. I was talking to an Inner Circle student today who flipped an account from $30 to $440 in one trade. And he said it was just the strategy and planning behind it, what he did. It's a true story. I think I showed some of you guys last night. Everybody in Inner Circle should know. It's the planning behind things. I talked to one of my Inner Circle students today about some of his results that he's had with the education, the knowledge that I've been teaching inside of their videos and the live sessions, what he's been learning. And same approach that I go into. He said it was just the planning behind it, the strategy, just planning it, finding the setup, waiting for the setup, patience. Like, so even like these setups, that's what it is. It's just planning behind it, the right experience, planning your risk, finding trade setups. Ones like this morning. So my internet was down for like over an hour, so I couldn't hop on at like 9:30 range. I was gonna hop on at 9:30, couldn't hop on, had to hop on later. But still, you don't always have to be on the charts to recognize setups. You just have to be able to spot them. But you need that time on the charts, the right information, the right knowledge, right? You need to be able to see. You need to train your eyes the right way. For the next like 30 days, I'm going to be breaking down all the trades that I take personally too, or that I go over, or that I call out. Most of the trades I take, I talk about on a YouTube stream or a live stream. Like, if you see me posting a screenshot on Instagram, it's probably a setup that I talked about on one of these streams, right? Like this morning. And the market, like, the thing you'll struggle with in the beginning is catching every setup. You're not going to catch every move, because the market's not going to be on your time. And that's one thing you have to understand as a trader. The market is not going to be on your time. You have to learn how to be on the market's time. And that might be a hard thing in the beginning, depending on your work life, your responsibilities, your everyday tasks, right? So the main time you can focus on is the main time you have to focus on. And that the hard part in the beginning is adapting to, the right times, showing up at the right times, right? The right windows, areas where most likely there is setups. That takes time to get into that. Doesn't happen overnight where you can just be on the charts kind of freelessly at the right times. Like me, like you see, I'm pretty good at showing up around times where there's setups. But I'm also working anytime I'm showing up. Like, sometimes you guys see me pop on at midnight or 1 in the morning. That's late for 1 in the morning my time. So sometimes you guys see me hop on 12 a.m., 1 a.m. my time. I'm doing that because I'm showing up for the market's time. I'm not doing that for me. I'm not necessarily going to the chart at 1 a.m. a couple times a week or most weeks and staying up, because if it's me and makes me feel good, I'm showing up because of the market, right? Personally, I'd rather be sleeping at that time, wake up early in the morning, right? But showing up for the market, right? Because again, the market doesn't really care about my time, right? The market operates on its time, on its windows, on its schedules, right? New York open, late Tokyo hours, pre-London, London open, right? So that's one thing you have to understand too. The market's not going to work on your time. So as a trader, becoming a trader, you have to learn that too. And you won't catch every move, but as long as you're learning how to spot and identify things, you'll become more efficient over time, right? That was from this morning. Boom, that zone. And this has been going up since this morning. Look at the price action. Like, beautiful. Like, let's go in replay mode here. Good old replay mode. So replay mode from this morning, right? These are things you want to learn, because when they're there, if you're effective and efficient at spotting them, you'll be quick at spotting them when they're there, right? Spotting a setup especially when it's a good setup that's clear, like it doesn't take a lot of time necessarily to spot something, right? So that's where it becoming efficient with the skill set, the knowledge, right? Spending time on the chart. Like there's times I open up my phone and I look at the candles and I'm like, oh shit, this looks good right now. Like there might be something setting up. Look at Bitcoin, baby. Yo, I took my first trade on Bitcoin in a minute. I said it broke. I said screw it. I took a trade on Bitcoin. I haven't taken a trade in a minute on Bitcoin. It might be that stage to start trading Bitcoin again. Maybe try to catch some pullbacks. I gotta get into the tone of it first. Damn, yeah, I've been watching every pullback and I'm like, oh my god, I could have bought that one. Oh my god, for like hours today, I was watching every pullback and I was like, damn, I could have bought that one. Damn, I could have bought that one. Damn, I could have bought that one. Damn, I could have bought, like, every single pullback on the 5 minute and like 15 minute, I was like, shit, I could have bought another pullback. Shit, could have bought that pullback. Damn, could have bought that pullback. Yo, we're making history right now. History in the making. History in the making right now, fam. Yo, literally history in the making. Oh my Lanta. OML. Yo, like if it the move to 120k, like I said, might be quicker than we think. Damn. Well, time to go buy another chain. Time to buy some gold. Again, maybe get some 18 karat. This one's not 18 karat, but 14 karat. Still good. 14 karat, still good. Time to go get some gold. Yeah. Convert the store of value. Time to go buy some gold bars, some gold coins, some gold, maybe a gold bracelet now. Yeah, bracelet. Get some gold. Damn, we're making history, fam. You know what happened today, right? So big news today. Some fat news, like fat. Big Bitcoin update with Texas. You guys saw that? Some pretty big news today. I like that. I mean, we've been talking about that since like end of December, January, February. Like this has been a rumor, you know what they say, buy the rumor. Hopefully it's not a sell the news, but this doesn't look like a sell the news situation. This looks like a all right, foot's in the door now situation. Texas, this happened. Anybody who's tuned into my streams, anyone in Inner Circle knows we know about this news. We've known about this news for quite some time now. Today, we see that passes. Texas passes strategic Bitcoin reserve bill. So that's interesting. That happened in the morning. Market's been pumping since. Texas, big state for the U.S. to start adopting a reserve. So this is some news that came out today. And apparently, I got another rumor. Apparently. So we got some other news. Apparently. Or well, let me see if I can find it. Which is interesting. Let me see if I find it. Not that long ago, everybody was guaranteeing you the next bear market. Literally, like, when price was in the 70s, 80s, 90s, man, like, people were screaming bear, right? Fucking... Remember when we saw that... Remember someone said they saw a chart of someone who was calling, like, 60K or something? Shit. Too many signals to be bearish for me. I've been saying that. Bitcoin had so much whipsaw movement though. Down 3,000, like man, I was watching the price action and seeing down $3,000, up $3,000, or up 3,000, down. Like up, down, like a lot of whipsaw movement took us up here, built us up here, I think. Yeah, it's definitely an exciting and kind of scary place to be, but remember the M2 money supply? I mean, some of us shouldn't be as surprised. If you're in my inner circle, I post a lot of good stuff for you guys. We talk about this every Saturday and Sunday. We've been talking about this for a bit. Even before I posted this one. Remember the other one? There was another one. It's probably in another chat. Might be in school. Remember. Inner circle folks. We talked about this. Because you guys are in every Saturday and Sunday. Like, we started talking about this in April. Well, before May. Like, when price was in the 80s. I mean, it's following that, right? Anyone remember that discussion? Those discussions? Not even discussion. It was discussions. Anyone remember those discussions? We've been, man, in Inner Circle, Saturday and Sunday, we've been talking about so many indicators, signals, and signs to lead up to this. So, like, so many just on the streams. Same with for Ethereum. But Tesla hodls. That was good news. We've been following this. The M2 money supply, the global money supply. US still isn't so much in there. There's money on the side. There's sideline money out there. There's money on the sides. There's only so much more. There's more money on the sides than what you can buy with Bitcoin. How much Bitcoin you can like buy, right? At the current price of Bitcoin, X amount, like there's way more money on the sides. Trillions, sevens, tens of trillions of dollars. So it's looking good. We'll follow the price action. You know, we're above the all-time high now. So typically when this happens, it's what we call banana season. Typically when you break the all-time high, that's when you do start to go. Like if you look at this and you go back and you study all-time highs on Bitcoin that were made, like when it created an all-time high and then dumped like 80%. So like back in 2013, you can see this all-time high was created here and price lost value, right? Price dumped 76%. So back in 2013, there was a huge bull run that took Bitcoin up and it dumped 75%. So if you bought Bitcoin and held it, you would have lost 75% down, like here, value. Or if you were holding it, same thing here. But it broke that all-time high. Like, so it stayed 76% negative. Like, it went down, lost 70% value, stayed underneath, went above. And then it made another run. And same thing happened. It stayed underneath that. It went to the thousands of dollars. $1,000, a little bit above $1,000 here. And what did it lose? It lost 86% value before breaking up, right? And going on a crazy, crazy bull run to $20,000 of Bitcoin. Boom. And then it broke that all-time high. And then that all-time high took it to $60,000 of Bitcoin. A little bit above, actually. And then we dumped and we went down and then we lost a lot of value. We lost 76% value. And now we broke this all-time high and you can see market ripped up, corrected. Now it's going in that next leg up. This is the next leg up, right? This is the next wind up. Has some room to go if we were to measure this. On Saturday, we'll do a Bitcoin breakdown for Inner Circle on Saturday. We'll do, because we did, man, I did some good breakdowns on Bitcoin, guys. When I said like the 30% here, we lost 31% value, and I measured this, like, shit, I had some good breakdowns on Bitcoin, but I took time I spent hours before, like if you're in inner circle, I spent hours. Like there's a few breakdowns I did when Bitcoin was in the 70s, when it was in the 80s, and when shit was the worst in inner circle on Saturdays and Sundays. But a few of them it was hours and hours and hours and hours of research to do those breakdowns for you guys. It wasn't me just hopping on a chart. That's like 10 years of being on the chart, 11 years of being on the chart, and then hours and hours of research. If you guys, some of you guys should know what I'm talking about. And for me, it's paid out. The point I'm getting to is all those hours in research, time on the chart, like my conviction. You guys in inner circle got to see all my conviction and market sentiment. It's all paid out, you can see, right? But those calls we do, those Saturday and Sunday calls, like some of them, there was a few where I went deep into Bitcoin for like 2-3 hours. There was a few inner circle Saturday and Sunday calls where, man, I went deep into Bitcoin, like deep on the charts. And I know they were like 2-3 hour sessions. We've done a lot of inner circle sessions, so. Yeah, gold's holding bullish. I wanted to see if it would pull back on this session, but no, not really. It's not. I want to see if we get a pull down. I've been watching it. I've been watching it the whole time, but it's not doing what I wanted to do yet. I wanted to see if we would start the night off with a bigger pullback, but not yet. Gold is bullish. It looks like it's on the way to 33.50. If I held my account, man, this account would be probably, like, I could have just held the first trade I started off with. Trade number one that I took, I could have just held that trade and it would be up because I had buys on gold down here. The first trade I took was down here on this account. I could have just held those trades and the account would probably be up more than it is right now. It'd probably be up like $4,000 or so, more, 5, because that was a strong move. Yeah, honestly, like I was really hoping we get on and see like something like this, but it's holding like on the 5-minute. Oh, I'd rather wait for pullbacks tonight because it is bullish still. So you have bullish momentum. Like I'd only be looking for buy setups tonight, but I'd like to see a pullback. That's what I was thinking before getting on tonight. Was maybe we can get a pullback. Start with some pullbacks. Bitcoin's just exploding. It's cool to see. Yeah, the Texas and the other rumor. So I'll pull it up. There's another rumor. I gotta find it real quick, but that's some interesting news. You could read all about that online. So that might be getting closer. That's interesting. That's getting interesting. Yeah, if anything, like wait for a pullback tonight. I would say to 32.25, 33.30 area. Maybe there's a rejection that's going to come around there, or I'd say 33.25 area. If it can come down to like 33.25, I'd say just wait for that. See if there's a setup around there tonight. Watch my videos because it's not just like confirmations. I understand what you guys mean by confirmations, but like confirmations could be just price, the way structure looks, what just happened with price, like what it did. Like I'm not looking for anything specific to enter here. Like I'm not always just, it's the structure of the price. Like that's the confirmation. The confirmation is the setup here. Buyers are in control. We're above 3,300. There's a market structure shift. Buyers should be in control. It's not like, okay, there's just this step 1, step 2 confirmation type of thing. Understanding where the market is, where the dynamic of the market is, where the structure is, the phase that we're in, pattern, the time of the day. A lot of contributions of things can go into it, but they're all simple at the end of the day. It's not, depending on what's in front of me, I might look for a specific confirmation. Like if I'm looking for a sell right now, I need certain confirmation, certain way the market needs to look a certain way, right? It needs to show me that too. And if I go to a chart and I don't recognize something, then it's not really there. There's nothing really, like sells, there's nothing for me to like I could just quickly open the chart and be like, oh, no, I don't really see anything for sells. And that's really it. Like if there's gonna be a sell sign there, like the market will show me that. And I think those are the sessions, like it's gonna take coming on the sessions, because like last night, watching the recordings, like last night, last night, for instance, it's just understanding where the market is at the time. We're at a key area. Here's where the market is. Here's what it could do based on where price is, right? It's understanding where price is, where it could go, where we came from. It's not always about looking for like confirmation strategy. Like it's about understanding how price was delivered, where it came from, where it could go. Like, because you could have different scenarios on how price behaves, how price reacts, how it moves. Like, it's not always looking at, okay, it moved up, it's a sell, sell, sell. No, I don't see a reason to sell here. I see a reason to sit on hands. I understand a drop could happen, but I'm not seeing a seller's market here. I'm not seeing seller's bias here, selling conditions. I don't see any red candles. I could maybe name 20 things I don't see if I thought of it really hard, but I can look at the chart for 5 seconds and don't see a reason to sell. That's it. Like I don't see sells, right? So I'd rather either just lay flat, do nothing, and not worry about every little price movement, and just worry about how price was delivered and form a bias, right? Price action trading and being a trader isn't always about like so many confirmations. Like when traders say confirmations to me, what are your confirmations? What do you do to enter? Man, watch my streams. There's so much stuff I go over. Like there's so much stuff. Different pieces of information that all tie in together or don't. That just depends on where the market is. You got to understand where price came from. Were you in a retracement? Did you come from an accumulation? What time of the day? You got to understand how price was delivered at times. And how you're going to do that as a new trader, market structure. You're going to have to understand market structure, because like the market doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in waves. So I look at how price is delivered to understand the next movement. What are some of my confirmations? Accumulation phases, market structure shifts, breaks of structures, right? On the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, on the 15 minute, right? Maybe there's a certain candlestick that stands out that shows me volume, a liquidity sweep before taking a structure shift up. Like there's different things that could go into it. And honestly, when there's a setup there, they're there. And like when you're on stream with me enough times, I stream enough times, guys, to constantly see these setups play out. Like since January, I've streamed so many times to constantly see these setups play out time and time again, right? So I think it's about recognizing setups when they're there, because there's a mixture of confirmations we could use, right? Go watch this morning session. It doesn't take that much to find a setup. Confirmations, technical analysis is what we do to identify possible entries in the market, getting a sense of where the market could react, right? Understanding things like volume, understanding things like order blocks, understanding things like fair value gaps. There's a combination of things that if you have the right information, you can see a lot of things on just this picture right here. Just this picture right here, there's a multitude of confirmations here. If you understand layers of information, fair value gaps, volume points, order blocks, if you understand this price action right here, there's so many things you could say for, okay, why price reacted the way it did here. I could just simply say 33.05, the whole number, right? I trust those. So I've been trading for over 10 years. For me, spotting a setup's natural. I don't have so many confirmations like a lot of you guys maybe were taught in ways by traders who have like step 1, step 2, step 3. No, it's like if something's there, I gotta, there's a step 1, market structure shift, right? Retrace back into that, rebalance it. Like a lot of steps that could go into this right here, actually, like midday reversal. If you know what the midday kill zone reversal is, right there, right? So there's a lot of stuff, not a lot, but a lot of the same stuff that go into just seeing the same types of behaviors repeat over and over again. Right now, why am I looking for a why do I want a retracement? Type in the chat, why would I want a retracement here? Why do I want price to come down? Why am I thinking that? Why would that make sense for price to come down and maybe form a buy after it comes down? Why do I want that? Type in the chat, why would I want price to come down to give me a buy? What are some reasons that make sense in that? What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know in the chat some reasons you guys think in the chat. I'll give you guys a couple minutes. Gonna take a bathroom break. I'll play the music. What do you guys like? What reasons would you say this should come down, or it would be a good reason to let it come down? I'll be back 1 second. I'll be 30 seconds. Price range tool. So on TradingView, you have different tools here. You have drawing tools. Those are like your lines and stuff. You have your Fibonacci stuff. I only use Fibonacci retracement. And this in your Fibonacci tools, all of these, only thing I use is Fibonacci retracement. Lines, trend line, horizontal line, horizontal ray. Don't use any of these other things. I just use the line, the couple lines there. Patterns, don't use any of these at all. Zero. Projection, you have some projection tools like long and short position, right? You can project like a risk to reward ahead of time. But then in there you also have something called price range or date range, or date and price range, where you can measure the price movement. So like you often see me do that with like Bitcoin, for instance. Like Bitcoin, right? I was talking about this earlier today on the stream. Like if you look at Bitcoin, so you have price range. You can measure a price range. Like you can go from here to here, and you can see $35,000 lost 32%. But there's also date and price range. Date and price range gives you the date amount of time on top of the price. So you can see date and price range here. You can see since like this top that Bitcoin made when it started going down here and then it came back and went down. It was like 111 days there. From here to here. And then in the last 45 days, you see it's gone up much faster than it came down. So that's the thing with Bitcoin and crypto. When the bull comes in, when the bull arrives, when the bull is in, like crypto will spend more time down, dragging people out, burning people out. Think about this, like I've been in different bull runs, over 10 years trading now, holding Bitcoin. The excitement isn't there the same. The group chats, my close friends, the people that I'm around, they're not as excited because people have been burnt out too by crypto, right? So even people around me, like it's not the same. I'm excited right now. Me, I'm happy. I'm excited. But I noticed like that same like excitement isn't there, which tells me there's still a long way to go because alts are down. Memes still have some time to go. You can see where Bitcoin is. Ethereum's still down, right? Underperforming. That same excitement's still not there. Like people aren't like, I'm over here like, yo, like Bitcoin 110K, like, and people are just like kind of like phasing it like, okay, yeah. Those types of people are people that are not locked in on Bitcoin. They don't fully understand Bitcoin. They think they do. They think it's a digital currency. They think it's a cryptocurrency. You got Bitcoiners like me that understand where we're going, have been understanding where we're going since the 70s and 80s. Those of you guys who tap in know. Like, trust me, those of you guys who are in my inner circle should know. Like, right? So, like, there's people who won't cheer. The people who aren't cheering it on right now are probably the people who don't understand it that much. Understand where we're going and what's been happening and haven't been paying attention to the signals as much. Maybe they've been busy with their everyday life. That could be just right. That could be even successful people that aren't into crypto. There's successful people that don't know Bitcoin, understand Bitcoin, have no Bitcoin. There's people that are always going to look at the price as expensive. I know people who have millions of dollars that I was telling when Bitcoin was 50K lower, like, buy Bitcoin this year. Keep buying it. I know people that I've told that, like, you really think at this price, like, you know, you think at 50, 70,000, and I'm like, bro, just keep buying more Bitcoin, keep stacking more Bitcoin, right? Your goal is to get as much as you can before it goes to 200,000. If it's like, I was with a girl once who makes money like a bit ago, and I was talking to her. I stopped talking to her because I was like, she's fucking dumb, doesn't get it. And I was telling her like, yo, you make like what, like this amount of money, like do this. She's like, I'll do it later when I'm doing this. And I'm like, oh man, later is gonna cost you more, right? Later is gonna cost you more, right? Even now, as we speak, it's costing you more. Your entry fee for Bitcoin is costing you more. Like, maybe you guys aren't sitting here looking at like, damn, I gotta get Bitcoin. I gotta get my hands on Bitcoin because the price. But a millionaire, a billionaire, a whale, we call them, they're looking at it completely different than you are. These companies, these states, these countries, they're not looking at it with the same mindset you are, right? They're not sitting here like looking at it like, damn, gotta pay my bills this week, can't buy Bitcoin. They're looking at it like, I gotta get as much as I can versus the next man, right? Because if you really understand Bitcoin, you understand the words I'm saying. Like, if you really understand it, like the race, and when I say like versus the next man, versus like right now, so I'll pull up some things. Gold, I wish it would pull back, but it's not wanting to give us that pullback. So you guys had all the right answers, honestly. Every single answer was correct. It's how price was delivered. Basically, everything you guys said is how price was delivered, right? It's price has made a new high. It's delivered. It's showing us it wants to go higher. It's showing us making higher highs. It's having a willingness to go higher. So all you guys had the right answers. That's why we do want that pullback. We do want that pullback if we can get it tonight. That would be nice because it's probably heading to 33.50. It's probably heading to 33.50 from the looks of it. 33.40 holding. This is those types of conditions where you can look for your $5 levels to hold. Or again, just retracement back to them and reactions. Like see how 33.40 is holding right now? Yeah, it looks like it is. I have one. I did an MT4 breakdown today, and I have a trade still open from the MT4 breakdown. That MT4 breakdown I did with the small lots, it's moved like.
It's profit now.
It's been in profit. It's small trades, man. Fuck. Fucking, that's funny. Oh, that is funny. Yeah. Bitcoin's moving too. I wonder where Bitcoin's gonna go by the end of the month here. That's crazy. Yeah, like wait for pullbacks, guys. Like you saw what happened this morning. I said for like 2 hours this morning because I got on again. Like we streamed for an hour and then I did a quick little 30-minute stream. I think I was saying wait for pullback. Even last night I was saying wait for pullback, wait for pullback. Like just wait for pullbacks or wait for this. It can happen. Like you're the thing about the market is you're in the position to let the market do what you want. Like I want it to pull back to 33.25, 33.30, so I'm gonna wait for that. Right? That's the patience you need to find setups that can do this, right? That you can do this type of stuff on in your week where you could take $500 to what's the balance at right now? I'll show you the balance. Can they see it? Might be a little dusty. I'll fix the camera resolution here. Give me a minute. Can you zoom in on this? Yeah, let's fix this up. It might be a little... Oh, might be clear. Maybe you need some light or zoom in. What's it at? 3,400. Oh, let me put the camera on. There we go. 3,400. Almost 3,500 bucks from 750. I'll show you the deposit. If we click on week, that's for the week. This is for the week. Last week. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, yeah, so for the week, right here. Last week. Boom. Is it? You know, you could when you're patient too, information, knowledge, patience. Yeah, this is like, see, that's $200 more than this screenshot here. Yeah, I think about 200 bucks more. Thank you, Bitcoin, for a little bit extra there. If anything, just let it come down tonight. It looks like it's trying to go to 33.50. This is like where you could watch your $5 levels. I want to pull back to 33.25, 33.30. But to have results like that, now the 750 is at 3,000, almost 3,500, like $10 away, $11 away from 3,500. 750 to 3.5. Now I got, damn, it's like I wish Bitcoin was at like, it's not even half, like half a 0.1. Now, if I look at it in Bitcoin value or something, what's that? In Ethereum. Gotta get it to 5,000. Gotta get it to like over 5,000, so it's 2 ETH. I look at the increase of value. It's like, okay, I don't. My 750 is now 3,500. Okay. You don't need a lot of money to increase some capital. If you have the skill set, you have the knowledge, you have the patience, you wait for the right setups, you wait. Remember what I said? It's always the planning and the strategy around this. Remember what I said about one of my inner circle students who took $30 to $440. His name's Giorgio. I was on a Zoom call with him earlier today and we were chatting it up. Fuck, this guy again, 10 hours ago. Posted again. I just saw this. This guy posted again 10 hours ago. And he even said on the Zoom call, one day I'm gonna get him maybe to, or I recorded it all. We recorded it all in the Zoom call, and I'll maybe chop it up and break down a video for you guys. This guy's been on a roll. This is like a student in the inner circle. He's flipped $30 twice to $440, $480, but even he said it's the planning around it. So to have results like this, I took 750 to 3,500 about in 2 trading days. Monday, Tuesday, till now, right? 2-3 trading days, 3 setups mainly. Increase of capital, right? But it's patience too when it comes down to it. He even said he was patient, waiting for the strategy. That was the planning around it. Look at 10 hours ago. This guy just posted this 10 hours ago. This last week I flipped my trading account. I just saw this. I'm seeing this for the first time. Less is more. I'm so happy and grateful to do this step by step better. He took 100 to 700. He did that in 24 hours. Look at the dates. Look at the dates. Look at the date. He deposited $100 on May 20th. May 21st. He even took some sells. He even got some sells. He scalped those. But look at these trades at the bottom. Look at these 2 trades at the bottom. 003, 003. This is a student of mine. So someone was asking, what are your confirmations for trades and stuff? What's going on? We're good, right? Yeah. What? YouTube right now. Bruh.
It's super laggy tonight.
Again. I'm getting a new computer. MacBooks suck.
No, I think it's the Wi-Fi though.
Bro.
See?
The Wi-Fi here is at like
Wi-Fi.
150 megabytes speed. Like, no, I
Yeah,
can't be.
but today usually doesn't have like that type of problem.
You guys still hear me? Right? Yeah, on YouTube. That's weird. Flips like this, like, I did with 750 this week. I'm gonna see what I can take it to over the next month. Documenting it. Yo, yeah, what's up with the internet tonight, fam? What is going on? This isn't. Look at my trading view. You guys still hear me in the chat? Type in the chat if you guys still hear me good. So yeah, if we can get a pullback, let me know in the chat if you guys hear me good still. Looks like we're good. I see we're still streaming. Just being kind of laggy on my end. 33.30, 33.25 area. If we can get a pullback to there, I'll be keeping an eye on that area for my next setup. The only other thing is it's just going with the flow. Like, well, I could teach you guys right now, and I'm not in any trades, but you could see 33.40s holding. So when you're scalping and you're looking at, like, scalping levels are every $5, but they can turn into swings. Like 33.40 might hold, right? Kind of like what I was talking about, 3300. 33.40 could hold. If 33.40 doesn't hold, then you can expect, you know, like 33.35. You could see if price reacts at 33.35. I want to see the 33.30, 33.25 area, but when price is moving up, it can keep creating demand, and there can be demand even below you. So right now you see like 33.40s holding on gold. It could go to 33.35. It could go to 33.30. If it goes to 33.35, you could pretty much watch price action like how it's doing right now and see if it holds that area. It could. Like, gold could potentially hold 33.40. That's the thing about these $5 levels. What's Bitcoin at? I keep checking Bitcoin price. Yep. These $5 levels, like, they can hold, and they at the same time they don't always hold because they're frequent, right? They're frequent levels that the market's either going to hold or not. And you have to be prepared for if you're scalping, like you're wanting to catch every move, or you're like, oh, like, because it could just keep going up, right? You kind of have to learn how to use these levels for that type of preparation of, like, if you're trying to catch every move. A lot of times, like you can see right now, what this is doing with 33.40. It's about to hit 33.45. And then it's probably going to go to 33.50. So if it breaks above if it breaks above 33.45 and hits 33.50 and makes resistance at 33.50, you could potentially look for 33.45 to hold. All right, like let's say if it breaks above 33.45 and it goes to 33.50, you could potentially see, does it react off of 33.50 and pull back, right? And does that resistance at 33.45 now just tap 33.45 and you can see a quick $2 reaction right at 33.45. Right at 33.45, quick reaction. Now there's resistance forming there. So if price stays at, there's a range right here between 33.40 and 33.45. The next range would be 33.35, 33.30. The bigger area is what I talked about at the beginning. Now, if price stays in this range, right, and it breaks above 33.45 and it goes to 50, you could anticipate a pullback to 45 and another leg up. Does that make sense? Type in the chat if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Type in the chat if that part makes sense for me. Let me know if that makes sense. That's something that could happen. Maybe we break above 45 and we break, retest it, right? That's, I say maybe because that's, again, forward thinking, right? For now, price is holding 35. If you're looking for 40, watch, like if you're scalping it, watch some of these levels. Scalps can always turn into swings. When I say scalping, I mean it's more of a frequent style where it could just react quickly and still go down, maybe give you a different entry. So you'd have to be prepared for closing that quick. If it's a break even, if it's a small profit, if it's a small loss, that's even what scalping can deal with, because there's a lot of, with scalping, like every $5 level, there can be setups available throughout the hours. There could be more than one entry. Gold just reacted off of 33.40, I mean. It could come and do sort of the same thing at 33.35 and react off of that and still go down and hit 33.30 and react off of that and still go down to 25 and make a bigger move. So you'd have to be prepared for if it does react off these prices and it comes to them, you know, they don't have to be the swing. Maybe there's some scalps there that you do have to monitor, right? There could be a bigger move setting up if we do come down to 33.25, 33.30 area. Scalping levels to watch for maybe short-term holds would be like 33.35, see if that holds, or 33.30, see if that holds. All right. Right now you could watch again, or right in front of you, kind of right now is 33.40, right? Like the market right now in this time is holding that. It's consolidating for tonight. It could take these lows out and still give that setup, right? Be prepared for, like, if 33.40 doesn't hold, you're going to go to 35, probably 30 area for maybe the next move. Keep an eye on it. It is consolidating 33.40, like holding above 33.40, making lows here for Tokyo. So it could take out the lows, manipulate, and then go up. Again, my ultimate goal would be to see if it comes down to 33.30, 33.25 area for a bigger setup. But keep an eye on these levels because it is trending bullish. We're more bullish. I would look for buy setups more. Watch and see if it, like you could watch and see if 33.40 holds. It kind of is. But keep an eye for even bigger pullbacks, kind of like this morning. Pretty much kind of like this morning, like a bigger pullback for a move up. It could potentially hold those for you tonight, but I'll probably be looking for buys tonight on gold. Into London or a little bit before London, maybe holding until New York. Probably looking for buy setups tonight. Maybe one more trade for the week on this account. Keep an eye on it. Hope it makes sense. Type in the chat. Smash that like button before we get off. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hopefully the internet's freaking good tomorrow morning. About to wrap it up for a little bit. 33.40 is holding. So again, it's like last night. It's bullish bias. We're not looking for sells. It's more prices holding with the demand for buys. Right now we can see 33.40 holding at the moment. Right now, that's what it looks like price is giving us. Maybe like a hold of 33.40. There's other ways you could play it too. Like if it breaks above 33.45, could still continue bullish. It either takes out the lows, finds a buy lower, or takes out the highs, continues. So I personally tonight, like going into London, maybe see if there's more buy setups. I'll post a chart like I did last night. What I'm going to do is post a chart. Last night after I got off, I posted a chart in Discord. I'm going to do the same thing tonight. Hopefully we're making sense. That's why I try to just teach the same things repetitively, because it's at some point you're not looking for new strategies. You're just kind of repetitively focusing on the same thing, getting better at it, recognizing it more. I'm going to do what I did last night. I'm going to wrap it up like right now and kind of post a chart same time, a little bit before London, get some ideas before London. But yeah, that's the plan for gold. Like still looking for buys, still bullish on price. Still am bullish on price. Right now 33.40 is holding. Yeah, if 33.40 holds, it looks like continuations. So what do we want? We want those deeper retracements, but keep an eye on price, keep an eye on your key levels, things that I teach you guys. The better setup is to wait for the dip. All right. Like I said, we're in a range between 40 and 45. Price is in a range here. Holding some demand. It could try to break up to the upside to 33.50. What we want is the bigger pullback to get ourselves in buys. I'm going to do an update in Discord in like 20 minutes, the next 20 minutes. We're going to wrap it up for the night. That's really going to be it. Keep an eye on gold tonight. I still think we could get one more bullish move up by the end of the week. Still think we have maybe one more leg up, one more good push up, one more good move to come on gold to end the week off. I think there's one more setup here, maybe setting up for tonight. So I'm going to keep an eye on it tonight. I'll write some stuff in Discord in a bit. Keep an eye on the charts. If you're not in the Discord, I'll drop the link in the chat real quick for you guys. This link expires in 7 days. So here you go. That's the Discord link. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Smash that like button, fam. We got a good amount of people on tonight. Smash the like button before we wrap it up here. I hope you guys got value on tonight's stream. So remember, just to keep a couple key pointers. 33.40 is holding right now. That could be looked at as like a more short-term scalping level. If 33.40 holds, you may have the 33.40 holding and push you up through 45 towards 50. Or, like I said when I originally got on, deeper retracement back down to the 33.30, 33.25 area. So for now, for the short-term time being, 33.40 might hold. If not, wait for that deeper retracement back down to 33.30, 33.25 area. Could be one more setup to catch an eye on. Right now we're preparing for like we're preparing a lot of stuff for inner circle. The next 30 days we're preparing a lot of stuff for the inner circle. A lot of resources, a lot of videos, a lot of information, a lot of organization, and different tools. I just dropped the link in the Discord. Watch for fake accounts, guys. There's a lot of fake accounts in there. I only have one Discord account. It's the one that messages the server. It says ECABS, only account. And you can see it'll say these few things, like, where is it? It literally says Evan Cabral right there. Evan Cabral, straight, flat, admin of the group, right? So there's only one account that looks like that, Evan Cabral. You'll see Evan Cabral 1, Evan _ Cabral, Evan, like you'll see. Let's go look right now. If we were to search, if we search right now, I think I'm gonna remove them all after this. How do I do it on here? I forgot how to do it on here, but I know how to do it on my phone. I forgot how to do it from here. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can find some of these little fudge balls. I gotta do it on my phone, but I'm telling you, like, man, every week I take out like 14 of these fake accounts. Yeah, I gotta do it on my phone. I know how to do it on my phone. So be aware, like, there's fake accounts in my Discord. There's a lot of them. Mine, like, is the one that messages the server. I'm the only one that can message the server that looks like that, has that. Like, and you know, go to announcements. That's my account right there. So if you want to message me, that is my account. All others are scam. It's the one that literally says Evan Cabral. All the other ones that will say something else. They won't. They'll say EVEN EV. They'll say it'll be 2 L's, a 1. I should do a challenge from $100. Nah, $100 isn't enough money for me, because it's like, man, by the time I hit the first 2 trades, I'm gonna be like, shit, man, I could have just done this with $1,000, $2,000, and I would have made more money. It's a waste of time. I don't think $100 challenge, like, nah, that's not for me. Maybe one day when I have like time to. I don't, like, I have the time to do that, but that's like a fun challenge. I'm not trying to have fun right now. I'm locked in. Like, you know, that's like a fun challenge. I'll do one day. Like, I'll do that one day, but not right now. Like, I'll try to do something like that one day, but like, think about it. Like, if I put $100 in an account and I win the first 2 trades, yeah, woohoo, that counts out whatever it is. It's not gonna change my life. Like, I want to make money too, right? So for me, like, I gotta put it. You know. No, that'd be a little fun thing to do maybe, but I'd rather put an amount where, like, I could make money just even in the first 2 trades of the challenge. Like, you could see even just with these trades. With $100, that might have not been achievable. Maybe in the first 2 trades, right? Especially with gold. Like, I mean, Giorgio over there with his $30 to $400 in one trade 10x'd his account. So, but that's the thing. Like, for me, it's like effectiveness on a couple trade. Like, I'm not looking to win 10 trades in a row. If a challenge for me could be even like something like this, because if I had $3,000 in this account, which is usually what I do, this thing would be at a much bigger number. Maybe one day. But don't have the time for that right now. And gold is pulling back, see? So let it pull back. Let it do its thing. Let it come down. I'll drop a chart in, what time is it? The next 20 minutes. But I'm out, guys. We'll be on New York, 9:30, 9:30. Hopefully the internet's not all messed up this morning. It was messed up for a bit. I was laying in bed, stressed out, playing music. Like, what is going on? We'll be on in the morning for New York. Looks like we might be starting that pullback now. The 1 hour is red. It's rejecting. Hasn't closed bearish yet, but it looks like the 1 hour is starting to reject. So it looks like we might be starting that retracement. Like I said when I got on. The first thing I said when I got on, you know, we kind of want retracement back. 33.25, 33.30 area. I'm going to wrap it up. I'll throw this markup in the Discord. I put the link in the chat for those of you guys that might not be in. But yeah, we'll be on in the morning. Keep an eye on gold tonight. Looks like it's starting that retracement now. Looks like it's starting the pullback that we want. Yeah, it's starting the pullback from the looks of it. Let it pull back. Let it come down. Let it take out the lows. Let it do manipulation. Let it take out these lows. Let it manipulate some price. Take out some stop losses. Let it go down. Let it come into the area. That's what we want. So we can wait to see if the market does that tonight. But I'm out. It looks like it's starting the sells now. Starting some sells now. Sellers look like they're coming in. I'm just gonna wait for the buy the dip more. I'm gonna wait. It could be a couple hours. It could come down there. It's 11:30, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. going into London session. Maybe even tomorrow morning. Like, this is called forward thinking. thinking like this can even help for tomorrow. The market, maybe tomorrow this is relevant. Like this doesn't, like in the morning, it doesn't have to happen in London. Like this is just a setup that could play out. It might be something tomorrow that is relevant to talk about. But yeah, guys, I'm out. Went over a lot tonight. I'll be on in the morning. Peace, peace, peace.